Bonjour and welcome to a new unboxing video, and today we've got something different, really different. It comes from China, and in Europe it's the name of the company of the line is called Blocky, and basically they do what I would call a mix of Lego and action figure, and they've just released in China, and it's going to be out in Europe soon, but I got the opportunity of getting them early. They've just released a Sesame Street line, which has actually 4 characters. So we're going to discover that it's basically it's actually basically the countertop display for those boxes, which is, I think, is kind of funny that they would send that. And so it does contain one of each. You do have Big Bird, and you do have Elmo and Cookie Monster, and I can never remember the name of that girl because she's one of those recent characters that I don't know about. So we're going to open that. Basically, so that's basically, it's a display. So basically the display has all 4 characters. On the side it says that it's the anniversary for Sesame Street, and for their 55 years of Sesame Street. So here you go. And we're going to see what they're like. So I'm not quite sure how we're going to do that because, of course, well, I'm not very good at those things usually. So what I'm thinking is that maybe I will show you all 4 figures, and maybe try and build one of them to see how easy they are. So the display has all those figures. So you do have AB or Abby, which is the character I don't know about. We do have Elmo, which has a different box. Each of the characters has a different little box. We do have the Cookie Monster, and we do have Big Bird. So we're going to see what those things are like. I'm going to show you all of the because I think they're really fun, because basically on top of each of the box you do have an image from the show of each character. On this side you do have same thing, an image from the show of each character. On the other side you do have all 4 characters from the line, and at the bottom, of course, you do have all the Lego stuff. So we're going to have a look at those. So let's see. Let's start with Big Bird after all. So Big Bird basically comes, you do have this shimmery foil effect on the logo, which I think is nice, because you don't see Blocky, because of course Blocky is not written in English on those boxes, but they are Blocky figures. And in the bag they're actually showing you what the figure looks like. So we're going to see, and I can already see one issue. If you are one of those people who likes to open and close boxes, those boxes are very similar to the way blind boxes are done. So they are actually glued. So I'm going to try and do it from the bottom, because quite often it's actually easier to open them by the bottom than... I know you hear me say that all the time, but for blind boxes quite often that's how it is. So let's see. Okay, so we do have the little figures here. We do have a little catalog. There's plenty of things. It's actually very much like and we do have a little coin thing of Big Bird, and it does have actually, if you want to scan this, and please be my guest just to see what it opens. We do have pieces that are on a plastic bag. We do have the 2 bits of Big Bird, and we have this lovely little catalog on one side with all 4 figures showing, and on the back they actually show you how to build this. So let's see how bad I am, and I'm sure that we'll be able to actually edit the video if it gets a bit too long. So same thing, it's a bit like those blind bags. So there is an opaque bag with all the different pieces, and there's quite a few. So let's see how that works. Okay, that's interesting. We do have I'm going to start immediately with doing the little teddy bear. This way it will be done. So we do have a little teddy bear for Big Bird, and the parts I'm going to show, because basically you do have a mix of parts here. Some are external, and of course some are internal, because you actually have to build the body. Here you go. I'm just trying to make sure that I haven't forgotten anything. So here you go. That's the kind of bits that you get. Then you get the weird head without the beak. So we're going to see how that works, and I'm hoping that there's no pieces missing, because I would be very annoyed if there was anything missing. And lo and behold, I don't see the other half of the beak. It's it was stuck inside. So here you go. Here is the beak, and so they do say to start assembling the that's clever, because actually you can open and close the beak. So we're going to actually fix the beak to his head, and basically, as you can see, you can open and close the beak, which is really cool. So then number 2 is the body. So we need, which part of the body do we need? This way now. Nope, I'm doing it the wrong way. Literally, you do have big post, small post, so you need to put the big post on the big bit, and you need to have the smaller post in the front. So we're going to see if that's correct. I'm getting there. It's just that same thing. You do have those pieces that go in the little thing. So it's just a question of working out which way is the best, because there is actually a direction for this. So let's see if that works now. It's actually a lot easier than what I expected, and now we do have to put the head on, and we can actually give him his accessory. So here is Blackbird, here is Big Bird, and he looks really cool. So basically, so he's articulated. You have to be careful, of course, of the way you articulate him, but he is articulated. The head is articulated. As I was showing earlier, you can close and open his beak, and the legs are also articulated here, because you can actually, I probably didn't do it the correct way completely. I think that's probably, yeah, that's better. So basically the legs are also articulated. So really a very nice surprise. It looks really cool. Surprisingly, it wasn't too difficult to actually build, but anyway, that looks really cool. I'm very glad. let's see what we can do with the others. But and he stands as well, which is brilliant. So here you go. That's the first one. What I'm going to do is I'm going to build all three others, and then I will show you what they look like. And here you go. Bye. And we're back, and I can show you all 4 figures now. It wasn't difficult once you know how it works. It's actually fairly easy to build them, but the results are really cool. So you had already seen Big Bird, and he looks fantastic with the beak. Once again, you can open the beak or close it, and of course he's articulated in the arms and the feet. You can dance easily. So that's the first one. Then we've got Abby. So she looks really cool. She's very, very cute with a big flower. She does come with a set of suction cup, so that probably you can actually stick her flying to the wall or something like that. But she looks really fun. I didn't put the suction cup correctly, but that's not a problem. So she's really cool, and once again she's very articulated as well. Of course it's limited by the dress, but she looks really fun for a character that I really don't know that much. And then we've got the 2 I think most fun characters, which are Elmo. So Elmo comes with a little book that actually, oops, if I'm dropping the thing, basically he comes with a little book that opens with a picture of Big Bird. So that's rather cool. And same thing, is fully articulated, and he does have his backpack, which of course you can easily remove if you want to. You don't have to have the backpack if you want to remove it, but it's nice that you actually have the backpack. One thing that's very funny is that you can remove the eyes, and instead of having regular eyes, you can actually put googly eyes, which I think is really, really cool. So here you go, we do have him with googly eyes now. So this is actually quite fun that they've thought about it. And of course we've got the Cookie Monster, and he looks fantastic with his huge cookie. And same thing with the Cookie Monster, you can actually remove his eyes and replace them with a pair of googly eyes. So that's really cool. I really love those. They're really very, very fun. It's a nice mix. So you do have the Cookie Monster, you do have Abby, you do have Elmo, and you do have, of course, Big Bird. And they are Blockies. Blocky has been doing a huge amount of stuff recently. They've got stuff from Ultraman, they've got stuff from Transformers, Sanseiya, and now basically Sesame Street, which is going to be out soon in the UK, hopefully. It was shown at Toy Fair, so that's how I know it's coming. Anyway, this way, and this time it's goodbye.